Back again. This video I want to work on the enemies, maybe get something going, something that comes towards you and tries to damage you. But I noticed when I play the game and I attack, the words are way too big and nowhere near the weapon. So should be straightforward to fix. The positioner, I think, is what I want to do. Yep, here we go. Just bring that much closer to the box, because this is where the bright white box is where it's going to spawn. So just something a little bit above it. And that's one half of the problem. Yep. Okay. It's kind of weird how it's sitting in the object. Maybe it needs to be a little bit higher again, but that's after that, it's fine. Then it's the size. I don't think this is used anymore. We can get rid of that. This here, we probably want to do this in the pop-up manager and pass it through. So we'll take this and put it inside the damage pop-up. Set the damage value. Set the font size. We'll do float, font size, get rid of this. And do dot set font size and just pass in the font size. Right, so we don't need to do that there anymore. And it means in the pop-up manager we can do something similar. In the on attack, but let's make it a lot smaller. And let's just try that, see how it looks. I wonder why the position doesn't sort of follow the transform. Player, melee weapon. Did I get it in time? Nope. Weapon flavor pop-up. Okay, yeah, we're setting the actual position. So we're back to that problem, but I don't care to keep going. But I think the problem is where where we change the position here. I'm using do move again, which should probably just be do move local, and then you don't add the X's to it and stuff. Do I want to? No, let's move on. Spent too long. Let's look at the document again. What's coming up next? What else is in the battle system? Doesn't really talk about enemies or monsters, so this is probably a good time just to start asking questions again. Okay. In a random RPG in Uni, I want you to decide every aspect about it. The theme and story is Cosmic Junkyard Odyssey. Can you randomly choose what the first enemy type will be? The game is an action RPG, like Diablo. Do not just give me some Diablo enemy. Make something up, please. Okay, what else should I explain so that it understands? We enter the labyrinth, which is an ever shifting and changing expanse of dead planets, wrecked starships, etc. Yeah, what is the first enemy we encounter? What does it look like? How does it move? What abilities does it have? Keep it simple. This is just a starter enemy. Actually, that's me guiding it. I should not tell it that. You can be as random, as big or small as you want, as silly or serious as you want. Just make something up. The Scrap Skitter Vorling. Grotesque insectoid. That's weird because I was thinking about a spider or something. Insectoid scavenger about the size of a large dog. Think of a German Shepherd with a junkyard twist. Its body is a patchwork of salvaged junk, torso made of a crooked cockpit glass and rusted hull plates. Okay, 6 legs, mismatched. Sharpened rebar stakes. Chunky pistons ripped from ancient machinery. Okay. Oh, it's got a big maw, big jagged maw, and big teeth. A cracked monitor screen flickering with static. It moves unpredictably. That's the key there. Short bursts, short frantic scrambles, followed by eerie pauses where it twitches and recalibrates. When it spots you, it lets out a distorted screech And charges. Okay, okay. No charge? No? Okay. Occasionally it stumbles, crashing into debris, tripping over its own. Okay, so it can trip up on its own legs. Junk bite frenzy. Just a lunge forward and a bite. Plasma lash. Welding rod antennae whip through the air. Si Firing short bursts of sizzling green plasma in a wide arc. The attack is telegraphed by a brief flicker on its monitor face. Okay. When it takes enough damage, okay, it's got a fucking death rattle effect. Screeches and explosively sheds a piece of its junk armor, dealing AoE damage. Okay, so a one-time death rattle, or I guess it's not death rattle if it's close to dying. Leaves. Oh, it gains speed, takes more damage. This sounds like a fucking boss. Oh, if you kill it before it sheds, so it keeps doing it. Mining junk, you get bonus loot. Okay. Okay, let's go monsters. Oh yeah, we've got these ones to generate. Scrap Skitter Vorling. Insectoid. Size of a large dog. Patchwork of salvaged junk. Uh, yeah. Details not too important. 6 legs. Uh, Head is a cracked monitor screen. Uh, Flickering. Where am I? What am I looking at? Big mouth, maw, metal teeth, 2 glowing antennae, leaking neon green plasma. Christ. Movement, unpredictable. Move in short bursts. Um, Charge towards enemy. Lets out distorted screech. It can trip over itself, but will attack on recovery. Abilities. Junk bite frenzy. Lunge forward, bite. Oh, rapid bites. The stacking fucking debuff. Rust blade. Damage over time. Plasma leash. Oh, lash. Antennae. Whip. Fires green plasma in an arc. Telegraphed. Salvage burst. At 30%, deal AoE damage. Increase speed. Take more damage. Personality. Fucking hell. We want to kill it, not date it. Territorial. Aggressive. Swarm in small packs. Ooh. 2 to 4. the the monitor sometimes plays ads from the past. This is so much for one starter enemy. Okay. How big is a dog? Probably no bigger than 1 meter for a human. Maybe 3 and then 2 wide. Maybe something. It's probably 1.5. Again, we'll pop in the plane axis so we can get the model sitting on the ground. And then I'll just make this see-through. And then I'll try and work within these bounds. It's not gonna be anything crazy. I'm just making building blocks. So this is the front. Okay, so this needs to go back in the middle. And going towards the front. This is its head. Guess maybe more of a flat one for a flat screen. And then let's slap 6 legs on there. Oh, antennae. Also, it's quite thin. Although the legs, yeah. Right, let's try and get some kind of leggage. Uh, okay. This is meant to be a bit wider, I think, like a gross spider. Uh, let's just try and mirror them. Mirror, and we'll set the body. There we go. Same again. Now, these need to be a little bit shorter, and he will need to lean a bit, lean forward a little bit. And maybe this is a bit small as well. So bring it down to the floor, and then have the butt sagging a little bit. But maybe this one is on its own. Is that not how you do that? P by selection, and then it should be separate. Huh. So cube 8 is nothing. Oh, no. I need to apply the mirror. Now, when I separate, it becomes two different parts. So this one can just be made bigger. And then this little butt side will end up drooping. This one could be a bit bigger. Apply the mirror. And then cut that bit off. And say that this one ends up being a bit bigger. Okay, come on. Oh, wrong axis. So this would be a little bit higher. That's pretty close, huh? Maybe there is another hull thing on top, and that could be one of the pieces that comes falling off. Okay, that's it. That's the bit that's going to come popping off. So the TV, the monitor. I think is it I? Yeah, you can press I and then come in a little bit. And then I can do the same thing. I'll make this separate. So now we have this window, and then we've got the little panel here that I hope I can just apply a material to that on its own. And then you can have some kind of changing material, I think. We'll see how that goes. Right, let's get rid of this. Okay. Um, oh, we forgot the antennae. Well, let's make a cube. Bring it over to the head. Make it real small. Mhm. So just do the same thing again. Do something like that. There's something not quite right. Maybe this needs to be back a bit. Yeah, that's not bad. I'll do the mirror again, but set this. There we go. Right, open up the enemy. Now, the mesh is just a mesh now. It doesn't have anything else on it because we already moved the box collider. So we can get rid of the cube. Just bring in that. Right, so remember not to mess around with world positioning on the model. We only mess around with local positioning. So in this case, if we want the enemy to face the player, we don't want to change the model. We want to change the actual enemy. That's the one. That's much better already. And we can I was going to say we can tighten up the hitbox, but the bullets don't really go high enough that it really matters. So already it's got a little bit more life to it. Gameplay mechanics. Let's see. What does an enemy need? Scrap skitter Vorling specifically. Alerted flag. Has the enemy seen the player? That's a pretty simple one. If it's not seen the player, then Then he'll charge around, not, well, not charge. He's going to sporadically move around because the whole point is that you can't really tell what it's going to do. Unpredictable. Moves in short bursts. So this is what we're working with now. If the flag alerted is true, then it will charge towards the enemy and do all the rest of the crazy wacky shit. Unpredictable, moves in short bursts. Okay, so alerted flag. Maybe there'll be some kind of, maybe it should have an origin point where it starts, and then we'll have a box radius saying it can only move in this area. We don't want it to just wander off anywhere. Uh, Origin position, box of allowed movement, something like that. More likely a sphere. Sphere. Hmm. And then maybe charge cooldown. Abilities. I guess charge can be an ability. Some kind of AI that says choose an ability to use. So this is if distance to player is greater than charge distance, perform charge. Something like that. Else, do another ability. Unpredictable movement. So I wonder if I should have an enemy script that would be some kind of basis. Probably should. Probably should. But this would be another abstract class. Get out of here. Public abstract enemy. Protected bool alerted. Start as false. Protected. Vector 3. Origin position. Movement radius. This one makes sense to be available to use in the inspector. So we can set this for the different enemies. And I'm not sure what more really at the moment. I'll start making the scrap skitter behaviors and just see if there's anything else that should be brought over or should be common. And again, maybe I'll just make a common folder. So any common scripts, I'll just drop them in there, get them out of the way. So this is a subclass of enemy. On awake, we should set the origin position equal to the current position. Oh, the enemy would probably have some reference to the rigid body for the enemy. That allows me to move them. Right, let's actually look a bit more at this constraints. We don't want it to be swiveling around uh, like that. We don't want that. We don't want that. Maybe the can it leap? Can it leap towards the player? Probably. I don't think I should be having any Y combat, Y-axis combat, because we can't even look up or down at the moment. Just stand at it and stab fuck out of it as the ads are playing on the face. Let's see. So here, I'm thinking I can maybe draw a little face or something. What do scan lines look like again? CRT scan lines. Yeah, so it's black lines that go across. I wonder how long it's going to take to try and have that effect. Maybe I'll put it on a different layer. I think you can do layers here. New layer, scan lines. Shit. And then if I just copy this, I probably did way more than I should have. There we go. There we go. There we go. Kind of difficult to look at, but now we'll just draw a face. Uh, Should they both be that? Is that the character? That big smile. Don't like that overlap. Ah, okay, let's go big white teeth. Better or worse? Better or worse? Let's just roll with it. Roll with it for now. Okay, I've added. Here we have the faces I created. I added an extra one that's angry, so that can maybe be when it's telegraphing it's about to spit the green neon shit. So let's create a material. I think there's a better way of doing this material actually. Um, some raw something. Uh, material. Hmm. It's definitely not that. Do do do. Custom render texture. I don't think it's that either. Hmm. Maybe it's part of the 2D that isn't installed. How I use an image as a material in Unity. Isn't there some raw texture material? Use an image. Ah, don't just tell me to make a material and set it. Huh. Okay, material M scrap skitter face. So I know that's that. Uh, no smoothness, but it should emit some light. Do a faint hum like a monitor. Looks good. Looks great. Okay, what have I done wrong? Is it the row? Oh, hold on. Let's go back here. Unwrap. Um, is that good enough? Almost. UV. Is it that? I just want the whole thing. It's upside down now. It's not snap. Is there not a better way of doing this? Snap to pixel. Huh. I thought there was some kind of snap to pixel option. It's fine. Okay. Is that just part of the image, the texture? Yeah, okay. There it is. Let's create another one that will be metal. This is supposed to be scrap, so I guess it's okay if it's kind of gross looking. Very metallic. A little bit smooth. Um, and then just the last one, just so it's a little bit different again. Very shiny. Um, Bio black. Bio black. Did I remove the picture? Good, good. Bio black. So the point of this is to be kind of a black color, but I don't want it to just be nothing. I want it to have some kind of smoothness or lifelike quality to it. Looks nowhere near the color black though. It's weird. No emission, fuck. All of this has emission on it, doesn't it? Yeah. So if I turn on and off that face, is that... Hmm. It's like a bluish light, isn't it? That comes out of the monitor. Hmm. Been a lot of just messing around in this video. Hopefully get to some coding soon. And then some kind of just plasticky looking color. Plastic. Be that color. It's kind of roughish, bit shiny. Maybe more like that. Right, that's the enemy. So now we need some logic. We'll scrap Scarvorling. Rigid body. I'd rather not have to keep dragging and dropping, so I'll just write a bit of code that handles that. On awake, RB will equal get component rigid body. So that'll handle it for us. And I'll just get rid of that so we don't have to look at it. Maybe also what's the on gizmos, on draw gizmos? This is good for visualizing. So if we assume that transform position is the origin position, which it should be all the time, or well, not all the time, depending on the monster. Transform position gizmos draw sphere, there we go, origin and movement radius. So this will draw sphere starting from the origin point and moving out this much. So, and because it's in this draw gizmos, I believe it's editor only. That I might be wrong about that, but it should show up in. There we go, amazing. So it's a good way of visualizing sort of how far you're willing to let this creature go. Gizmos.color equals color dot, yeah, yellow might be alright. Hmm. Oh, can I draw wire sphere? Gizmos sphere, draw wire sphere. That's the one we want. Draw wire sphere. Seems like it takes the same one, the same inputs, so that's good. There, that's much better. So yeah, we only want it to be able to move within this radius normally. So it's, yeah, this one around the floor, I guess, is the only one that really matters, since we're keeping the game essentially 2D, running around on a flat surface. And let's just give it a name, scrap skitter Vorling. And I may as well create a prefabs folder now, since we're going to start actually having stuff we can use, and I'll just drag that in there. Enemies there. And I'll drag the player in as well, just so we've got a saved copy of it in case I delete it and want to scream. Um, okay. Enemies. This dude. So he's going to have some kind of erratic movement. Serialized field, private float, move cooldown, because he's going to move every so often just to a point within that sphere that we created. Um, move cooldown, countdown. This would be similar code from what we already used. Handle, move, cooldown. I'm actually thinking we want a state machine here. How drastic do I want to go with it though? Well, we'll keep it simple for now, and if I need to expand a bit on how this whole thing works, then I will. Handle, move, cooldown. Private void, handle, move, cooldown. If move cool countdown is less than or equal to 0, we just return early. Otherwise, move cooldown countdown minus time delta time. We used fixed, didn't we? Fixed delta, fixed update. Pop that in there. Use fixed delta time. Private void is on cooldown. Return, move cooldown, countdown, greater than 0. This is maybe bad wording again. Can move. Yeah, it's fine. That's fine. So then, make random movement. So how would I move to some spot within the sphere? Essentially, it's just a circle, so I don't need to worry about the sphere. If I have an origin position, I have a radius for a circle outward from that origin position. Is there a formula for finding any spot within that circle? If so, can you describe how it works? Find a random point within a circle centered at origin x, y. Just a random angle. This determines the direction. Ah, that's pretty smart. That's really smart. So you just choose any angle between 0 and 360, and then you can only go out a distance as far as the radius. That's really cool. Two pi. Is 2 pi 360? Wow, this is some pretty good maths. I don't know what level this is, um, but good to learn. Okay, so let me try and create this using the code. Okay, it's doing it itself, but I would like to try and figure this out to learn it. So, if not can move, return early because we don't care anymore. But if we can move, we will trigger move cooldown, which is just move cooldown countdown equals to move cooldown. Trigger move cooldown, and then the rest of the code. Here is the origin. How far out it extends. So I'm guessing there's a mathf.sine. Yep, and then cosine. Random value between 0 and 2 pi. Angle in radians. I don't remember much about radians other than I think 30 degrees has something to do with it. A radian is a unit to measure angles, where 1 radian is defined as the angle created at the center of a circle by an arc that is equal in length to the radius of the circle. Okay, so that is equal to that. So that's why the bigger a circle gets, it's still the same value because it just takes longer to get there. Longer to get there, and then it takes longer to get there. Okay. A full circle is this. Okay, so that's where pi comes from. 3.14, approximately 6.28 radians. 2 pi. Right, back to the maths. Random value between. Okay, so it literally just is 2 pi and then the random number, which this might be 0 to 1. Okay, that's smart. Random dot value multiplied by 2 multiplied by math f dot pi. So that is giving you this. U equals a random number between 0 and 1. I think that's this. Yeah, okay. Float U equals random dot value. Float distance, and we'll call it d, equals r times the square root of u math f dot radian. This one. Okay, how is it getting r here? Oh fuck, that's just is this the radius? Ah, it's the radius, not radian. Okay, there we go, the radius. So that's in the enemy one. So it's radius, movement radius, times math f dot square root of u. So that gives us the distance from the center outward somewhere. So that's, if we have the center about here, this distance is just giving us any point within that. It could be there, could be there, could be there, could be there. That's what I'm getting from this. So then x equals the origin, origin, x multiplied by math dot cos of the angle. It's fucking filling in. It already knows. It knows what I'm trying to do. Y equals origin position y, and then the sine of the angle. Thus, vector 3, random position equals new, vector 3, but this is going to be 0, and this is going to be y. So then the only other problem is, can it reach this point? So at the moment, it's not an issue, but later on, what if there's a wall between the enemy and this point? So we'll need to come back to do raycast towards random position. If nothing is hit, it is clear to move to the position. Else, if we hit something, maybe just keep going. Keep choosing positions until something's clear. But for now, rigid body. Okay, go away, go away. RB dot. Maybe an enemy there should be some kind of protected vector 3 target. It popped up target position. Okay, target position. And then in here, target position equals random position. So we already triggered the cooldown. So the cooldown should probably be longer than it takes to actually get here. Maybe we should only reduce the cooldown if the target is close enough to the random position. So that's another check. I'll make it its own function as well. Private bool is enemy near target position, and then return mathf. What's the tiny little? There's a really small number. Can't remember which one it is. That'll be it. Epsilon. If vector 3 dot, we can just do this, but again, it's probably not the best to be doing this too often. I think it's quite process power heavy. If the distance between the current position and the target position is greater than this tiny float, no, it should be, if it's less than or equal to this tiny number, then the enemy is near. So then in here I can do if he's not near the target position, return early. We don't want to stop. We don't want to reduce the cooldown until he's already touched down on the target position. So this might work already. I'll just see how it goes. The same old mantra of just see how it goes. We'll zoom out a bit just to get an idea of where it's moving to. I don't think I attached anything to it, so it won't do shit. Oh, I did. Okay, move cooldown. Say 3. We'll give it 3. It's not moving. It's not going anywhere. Okay, gonna have to get some quotes. Debug logs out. What am I talking about? So that might help. Automatically set the target position when we start, although that should be in here somewhere. So not a way of doing base awake. Maybe because it's private, it's not being overwritten. We'll see. We shall see. Okay. Still doesn't want to do anything. It's lazy. Uh, move cooldown, countdown. Handle, move cooldown. Make random movement. Oh, hold on. I've set the target position, but I'm not actually trying to move towards it, which is quite a big problem. Move towards target position. Private void, move towards target position. So yeah, we'll just do is enemy near target position. If it is, we're just going to return again. We're going to return early. If it's not, then the rigid body move. Move position. Is this good enough? I think he's going to slide. I may need to add in a rotation effect so that he turns towards the target. But I'd just like to see something moving. Okay, this doesn't need to be in here. Did he move once? No, he jerkily warped here. It is making random movements every so often, which is cool. But it looks like it is always going to try and move to the same place. So I wonder if it's my maths here. Let's spout the random position. Always 0. Huh. Hmm. Okay, what did you say? Huh? Oh, I just did it wrong. Okay, that's a shame. Plus D. Okay, yeah, I should have probably read better. Oops. Okay, it's warping. Maybe that's what move position does. It just automatically warps to the target. Or maybe it's just because the position's here and I need to slow it down a bit somehow. So maybe this is a move speed. I'll keep that here for now, move speed, because nah, let's just add it into another field here. Move speed. And then times time dot fixed delta time. See if that helps. Maybe he will slowly move instead of blasting his way there. Nope, he's just not going to do shit. Maybe it's the fixed delta time. The rigid body maybe already handles that. The erratic movement is quite nice. I wonder if I can keep that in. Why does he teleport as well? Is that something I've done here? Origin position equals this position. Maybe I do need to do that here. Maybe it is being overwritten. Interesting how the sphere moves as well. That's not really meant to happen. Ah, origin position should not be this. It should be origin position. Yeah, there we go. Have we moved up? Oh, that's because I've not got gravity in the game yet. That's probably that should probably be next video. We've got lots of problems right now. Why is this little freak not moving? Okay, if it decides it should move, I want to know where it's moving to. So right at the start, it seems like it's fine now. But for some reason it still just warps to the middle. Very weird. So just to make sure, it definitely is this line that's causing it to warp into the middle. Okay, okay. How do I move my rigid body enemy to a target position? Smooth. Did it towards over time using the physics system. Move position. It just says move position to new position. But, new position does use move speed and fixed delta time. Let's give it a try then. Move position. Here's the position. There's a move speed. Time dot fixed delta time. Okay, let's see. This keeps updating, so it is moving towards the target position. It's just not actually moving. Is there a reason? Have I done something that shouldn't be? He's not locked position. Interpolate. No, that doesn't matter yet. Hmm. Wait, have I not got? I thought I would have gravity by now, but maybe that's the problem with a character controller over a rigid body. Don't worry about that. Stop thinking about gravity. He's got no move speed. Oh my god, he's got no move speed. That's not it either. Thought I had it there. What else? So it is attempting, it's just not doing anything. I'm using Unity 3D. It's basically the same thing as I thought. Oh. Oh. Okay. Well, let's see. Direction equals target minus current position. Okay, that makes sense. And then new position equals current position plus direction times move speed times fixed delta time. Okay, let's see. I don't think this is too different from what I did, but oh my god. Why why is it doing that? It's moving. That's good, but why is it doing that? Is it too small? Is the difference too small? It's less than 0.1. Let's just go for that. Okay, so I guess that was very different to what I had. So the difference being, I was just giving it a position. I was just giving it the position, whereas this is getting a direction plus the current. I don't know. I think the target position kind of is the current position plus a long distance. That's outside. That's fucking outside the circle. He's fast. He's like a weird fast thing. That is so far outside the circle. The maths doesn't work. Um, it's not bad. It's not bad. He needs to be a bit faster though. Um, Also, does it rotate towards? Maybe that's just transform, rotate. Uh, Rotate towards. Uh, this is the same. This is the same direction. Maybe that. And how quickly? No, that's wrong. That's the. I'm sure there's some kind of rotate towards or look. Maybe look at. V3. New position, but then the Y is zeroed out, something like that. It's maybe the other way around, but maybe the Y is the only one we do keep actually. I'll try like this, but I've got a feeling it's the other way around. Seeing as the Y is what we do want to rotate on. Oh my god. Well, it's unpredictable. X equals that. Look rotation dot Z equals that. And let's try this as well. Oh, it's like the other way around. It's also quite slow. It's also not doing at all what I was thinking. New position. Let's just get help again. I'm not sure. How do I make my enemy turn to look in the direction it is moving? I want it to turn rather quickly so it does not move too much before turning. There'll be a very easy solution to this. Or not. This. Linear velocity. We don't have turn speed. Turn speed. And we'll just see if it does. See if it does it. What? No. No. Don't change shit. Okay, turn speed bow. I don't know. 10. See what that difference is. He's not looking at shit. Let's go up. I don't think this does anything. He's just not turning. Alright, so there must be 0 linear velocity. Okay, this is how I am moving. Yep, yep, the direction, yep. Okay, okay. Look rotation. Okay, so we're just getting a quaternion that is looking in the direction of the direction. And then we're setting the rotation equal to a step in that direction. Okay. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Okay, doesn't look organic, but it's okay. It's absolutely okay for now. Ping, 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 ping. I don't know, is turn speed actually doing something? Okay, let's try it. Let's put it down a bit. Yeah, okay. Not bad. I'm still fuming about the maths and the circle. Get in the circle, you asshole. Okay, we've got a little bit of light movement. Um, what's next? I might need to cut this video a bit short today and then continue with the enemies in the next. I'm almost scared to ask, but I am making a random RPG in Unity. Action RPG. It is a Cosmic Junkyard Odyssey. I want you to decide every aspect of the game. What happens when a scrap skitter Vorling is is killed in combat? Can you come up with what happens? Be silly, funny, serious, weird. Please make something up. That should be good enough. But here we go. Time for it to tell me that a fucking coffin comes out, the spider jumps in, it rockets off to the moon. When you land a killing blow, goes out with a bang, a glitch, and a cosmic whimper. For fuck's sake. Okay, so it's got a bit of a fake out. It makes out that it's going to explode and then doesn't, but then it actually does. Okay, let's jot this down. On death. AoE explosion, little damage. What the fuck, man? A four-parter. Initial burst. Plasma leak. Leak plasma. The antenna come off. Forming a fucking puddle that lasts for 3 seconds. Okay, the salvage ejection is kind of like what we were hearing about earlier. Something on its back. There's a 5% chance it spits out something. A space taco. A fucking a holo ad. Okay, a holo ad for space tacos. Okay. Something falls off of its body, but 5% chance it gives you an ad for space tacos instead. Drops fuel? Okay. Maybe the fuel's used for the base building aspects that the game told me it needs to have. And then audio, some kind of audio clips from the past, old tapes, SOS signals. And I'm not interested in how you want me to do it. Okay, I'll do that bit. Okay, clear. So this is what will we do next time? Okay, enemy part 2 is going to be alerted flag when the enemy spots the player. Maybe try and get some kind of ability, some attack pattern or something. That'd be good. Uh, this on death stuff isn't really going to matter too much at the moment, but maybe the first part I'll try and show some kind of maybe I'll try and show a puddle on the ground, then disappears just for now, temporary. Because we won't have loot at the moment. I don't want to be doing animations this early on. There's no audio, so I could have some kind of particle effect that just looks like plasma just growing in a puddle and then destroys itself after 3 seconds, and then the enemy disappears or something. I'm gonna sneak gravity in there. I'd like to get some gravity so the player falls back to the ground. Doesn't seem like a lot, but I'm sure it'll become a lot. Alright, yep, that's enough for today. Thanks for watching, and yeah, we'll get some more anime stuff in the next video. Bye bye.